I'll get it.
Yeah.
And I'm not even thinking about it, but it
I know,
just
yeah.
nearly came back. Okay, so then let's go to the upstairs. So you have the 2 levels of the, what do you call the corner piece? The tower?
The tower.
Tower. And then to disguise what was not the most attractive stair and edge to it, this was done.
Because that form was a given of that sort of half.
Yes.
2/3 floor space, 1/3 open space in that, and so to provide a waiter station up there, and also to give that area a sense of exclusivity,
Yes.
privacy.
Yes.
We devised these kind of curved
Yes.
walls, and the staircase doesn't show.
Oh, there's a bit of it there,
Yeah.
yes. And that stepped down in boxes, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was all done in. I think that the stair was done the same kind of spray paint finish, but the
Yes.
joinery up there was all
Yes.
polyurethane.
Yes.
And it worked very well as a kind of private
Yes.
dining room. Except it was noisy.
Noise bouncing off the ceiling?
Both,
Oh,
off the walls, the ceilings. And you got noise coming up a bit from below.
Yeah.
Sensibly, if we really had thought of it, we would have had a perforated stainless steel ceiling
yes.
with an acoustic blanket behind.
Yes. Yes.
Would have helped enormously, but would not have given the same kind of luster.
Yes, because that's the same mirrored ceiling,
Yeah.
isn't it? This is a regular breakup.
Yeah.
Yes. Tell me about the carpet, George. I don't remember much. But was that a custom design?
Custom made carpet, and the design came from the reflection of city lights on the harbour.
Oh, beautiful.
It's really good.
Yeah,
And
beautiful.
that sort of,
And did you work that up with who are the carpet people?
might have been Brinton's or
Tascott Templeton?
Tascott or Leon's family carpet people
Right.
in Melbourne.
Right. Yeah.
I think they're the ones who actually made the
Yeah. Okay.
carpet.
And
Universal Carpet?
oh, is that right?
Does that ring a bell?
Yeah. No. I know that there's a company called Universal Carpets, but I didn't know that was connected with Leon. And with that, you would have what would you have done? Done a sketch, and then they would have taken it.
Yeah, we've done a drawing,
Yes.
a hand sketch,
Yes.
coloured, and then selected walls, and then they would have made hand trials.
That's how. Yes. Yes. And did you do like in the chairman's office at the State Bank? It was actually like a work that was painted or paper, whatever it was. Did you do a thing that they literally copied it, or it was
Yeah.
more like an architect's drawing instructing people how to do it?
No, it started off would have been a. Look, Sam, I could have done it on a drawing board, and very neatly, and then filled in. Probably did it neat because it was a geometric pattern.
Yes.
I probably did it on the drawing board.
Yes. Yeah.
And spaced out the thing and colored it in with colored pencil.
Yes. Yes.
And then selected the walls and said,
Yes.
these are the colors.
Yes. Yes.
And they did a couple of hand trials because they adjusted the background color, which was stipple,
I can't
maybe.
remember. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
it was a restaurant, and it had to
Yes.
sort of hide, abuse.
Yes. Yes. Then there was the kitchen, which we didn't. I think we had a little bit to do with the kitchen, but not
very
that much.
I mean, it was the kind of thing that Tony would have sat down with the kitchen manufacturers
Yeah.
and gone through the planning and the
Yes.
equipment that he wanted,
Yes.
and our involvement would have been wall finishes and floor
That's
finishes.
it. Yes.
really.
Yes. And then I think in the southeastern corner there was like a little office. I think we did something on that. There was like a window to the kitchen and I think there was a bit of massaging in that. That's all I can remember there. But I think it was just finishing.
Kind of rings a bell.
And then, and if I remember correctly, we went there for the bicentennial evening, whenever the bicentennial was, and it was very incomplete. Do you remember that party? I think it was a concrete shell.
We stood on the stairs
Yes.
that were going down and watched the fireworks from there, and it was you, Tim and Peter.
Yes. Louise was with. Remember Louise was with me? Yes.
Would have been Louise
Yes,
at that
that's
time.
right. Yeah. Yeah, amazing. And it really wasn't built then, was it? I think it was almost just a concrete.
It was just
concrete
a,
shell.
It was
Yeah.
a building site.
Yes.
I don't think many of the finishes were in
Yes.
at that time.
Yes. And I think it was planned to be open then, but it just didn't happen that way. Yes.
No.
Yes. And then it opened, and how long did Tony run it for?
A couple of years.
A couple of years, yeah. And then I remember we met the chef, Michael, somebody came in that then ran it. I don't remember. Do you remember it changing over the years?
Yeah, and then I remember just prior to the opening, Tony got in Michael, who has the restaurant in Rose Bay.
Catalina. Yes. Michael, not more. Michael. Yes, I remember meeting him there.
Look something.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he announced we needed, at that southern end of the dining room where that artwork is, he all of a sudden said, oh, we have to have wine racks and cognac racks and things like that.
Yeah.
That's where it all has to be, blah, 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 as a display. And suddenly we go get fucked.
Yes. Yes. And did he cook for Tony, or did he supersede Tony?
No, he was the sommelier.
Oh, okay, right, yeah. And then eventually, did he take over as the chef there, or he was always just the
I
sommelier?
don't think so.
No, okay, yeah, I remember him.
I don't think he was ever a cook.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Because I think, from memory, I don't think he was ever a cook.
Yes.
He was either a promoter or whatever,
Yes.
a sommelier,
Yes.
and then a restaurateur.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And then what do you remember changed there? Before it not, I don't know what it is now, but were there changes over the years? It became the key. Yes.
Yeah. Different personalities.
Yes.
Came in. Tony owned the name,
Yes.
so took that with him. And then new chefs came. The food idea changed, and sort of went down, and then went up, and now it's one of the sort of terrific restaurants in town.
Yes.
Then they decided to expand in the upper level. They took over the upper level.
Really?
And used that for weddings and as a function
Okay.
room. And so with that, they put in a staircase, and so completely changed the entrance.
Oh. Where's the staircase?
When you walk in, the staircase is on the
The right, is it?
right-hand side, and there's a lift
Oh, okay.
that goes up there as well. And I think that was all done by Brian Salika.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's very, very good friends with
Yeah.
Leon.
Yeah.
Okay, and then did the toilets change to do that, or it was just that space that was
the
there?
toilets changed, and the intervention stopped. The change stopped at the Silver Wall,
Yes.
and then Leon wanted the silver wall replacement. I said we replace it with the same stuff, and he didn't want to spend the money. So it is replaced with tiny glass beads that are on curved panels.
Like a tile, like a ceramic tile.
No, there's huge panels. You know, the spray on is really tiny,
Oh, stuck on the wall.
stuck on the wall, stuck on these curved panels, and it, from you remember that guy's name? I'll remember their name.
Okay.
People who do. If you want something special and magical, these people will do it.
Eugenie Art? Those people? No?
No.
No, don't worry. You didn't do it, so it's fine.
It's one of the things that, these guys come in and show you things, and you go to their factory and you look at stuff and you go, ooh, someday we'll use that.
Yeah.
And this was a near reasonable substitute.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the same kind of gloss
Yes.
and attraction as the stainless steel,
Yes.
but it's quite nice.
Yes. Even though Leon changed it,
Yeah.
in what he put back shows to me he still appreciated what
Still
you did.
pretty, the bar was that Ralph and I then, does people's name starts with a G. We then designed a rack system over the bar,
Okay. Yeah.
which was
That rings a bell. That rings a bell because I think in the original design there was a rack system, but it was never built.
It
Would
was
that be
never
right?
built.
Yeah.
but this one then became, maybe it doesn't begin with G. Which these guys built for us, and it's very sort of intricate thing of stainless steel and glass and sneaky lights, and so you get this sort of crystal-y, sort of almost chandelier hovering above the bar. It's really very nice.
Yeah. If I think about it, you think what you could have done then, if they had LED lights.
Yes.
And remember, because I remember that was the guy that made Mad Max when we did his dining room at Aston Gardens.
Yes.
Remember that? There was timber panel, I think, and in the back was, and it's the State Bank too, they were the little automotive lights, which really were taking it from something, and I think they were brought in from America.
Out and reusing it.
Yes. You think of it, and even low voltage lights. I think one of the first jobs I ever did
Was the State Bank.
No, before that was the Connaught here, seeing an apartment that you and Neville, I think maybe it was Neville, and he had this low voltage light, and said, "What's that?" And it was the beginning of low voltage lighting, the little dichroics.
Ah, okay.
And you think how that changed everything. Now you think what LEDs are doing and what you could have done, but just what you can do with those thin LEDs now is quite amazing. They're so small. These people?
Yeah, I can't remember these.
Don't worry, you didn't do it.
Yeah. Look, I'll remember it somehow.
Let's go on. I've got to get my car in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about Cathedral Street and then Cleveland Street. Okay? Cathedral Street, I know because I worked there. Cleveland Street, similarly, but I also remember the design process a little bit. I wasn't that involved in it. So they're two good things to talk about. So,
well, Neville and I, we bought Cathedral Street, and then said, well, we've got to turn this. We decided actually we asked Glenn if he would do it because it just seemed as it'd be a nice, I can't remember why Glenn, other than we loved his work, rather than Peter Stronach.
Yes.
And the building was quite a mess when we bought it, and Glenn took it and replanted it, actually completely turned it around. And I think, for example, the only visual intervention on the exterior was what had been the front door in the center of the Burke Street facade became a window.
Right, yes.
So instead of having 2 windows and a door, it became 3 windows, or it became 4 windows.
That was the door where the reception area, secretary, where Pam was, yeah, through there, because then you enter the middle of the building.
That's where originally that was that window where Pamela was sitting. I think there were 2 windows in that space. There were 2.
Yes. And I think one was blocked up.
There were 2 windows in the conference room.
Yes.
2 windows on Cathedral Street and 2 windows on Burke Street.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, go to the same upstairs.
Yes.
And then there were 2 windows in the Pamela's space, and one had been a door.
Yes.
And also, that space originally was a little entrance hall and a staircase.
Yes.
And Glenn turned the whole thing, and then turned the entry further up the street as you entered into a courtyard, and then into that lovely glass pavilion with the staircase, which was not dissimilar in design to the staircase at Kinsella's.
Oh, okay. Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Little thin section, yes. Because when you were describing Kinsella's before, I couldn't remember the staircase.
Yeah.
Now I can, yes,
Yeah.
I remember that, yes.
The same section.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with that, tell us about the process of you and Neville working with Glenn. Did you instruct him and he came up with a plan, or did you have a plan?
He came up with the plan. We came up with what we needed.
Yes.
In terms of space.
Yes.
An office for us, a conference room, a place for a sort of receptionist.
Yeah.
A drawing office for staff.
Yes. Yes.
A kitchen tea room.
Yes.
A toilet, and what was referred to as the laundry, which for a long time had been the print room.
Oh yes.
And then
Yes.
there.
And then at the back was behind the roller door was like
So
storage.
it was the storeroom.
Yes. Let me just stop that.
And